Here we go again. Are you tired of being disappointed? Tired of letting people down? Tired of being looked down upon because of your grades or your lack of success? You know, so many people are living someone else's dream instead of their own. They want to be like others. And when they get knocked down in life, they look at that person over there and say, "Why did you do this to me? Why can't I have your life?" Well, that's because they are blind. They're too blind to see that it's their own fault. They were taught to believe that everything will be okay in the end, so they never learn from their mistakes. Do not misunderstand me. I am not saying that life is fair. I'm not saying that people don't have different starting points, but it is what it is, and we cannot change it. You may have no money, no support, no friends. You might be an underdog in life, but guess what? That is where you need to start. Start where you are, with what you have, and do what you can. If you know that your parents are failures, then you should not follow in their footsteps. You should be trying to outdo them. Because if you know that they are losers, you cannot be a loser. Otherwise, you will be just like them. You should become the opposite of them. If they failed, then you need to succeed. That is how you honor your parents. Not by making them look good, but by becoming better than them. Because that is why they will be proud of you. That is what will make them feel accomplished. And if you think that that is selfish, well, it doesn't matter because that is who you are. You should always put yourself first. Always. The fact that you were born is a miracle. The fact that you survived until now is a miracle. The fact that you have a functional brain inside your head that allows you to watch this video is a miracle. The fact that you can breathe and walk and talk is a miracle. Everything in your life is a miracle, and yet you are complaining about small little problems. Well, it's time to stop. Stop your whining right now. I don't care if you fail 1,000 times. I don't care if you think that you are a complete failure. As long as you live, you can turn things around. Because winners don't quit. Winners keep going. Winners keep pushing. Winners keep moving forward, even if it's one step at a time. You know, I used to look at other kids and wish I had their life. You know, when I was in high school, there was this one kid. He was rich. He drove a nice car. All the girls loved him. And I remember looking at him and thinking, I want to be like Mark. Fast forward to today. I realized how stupid I was to compare myself to that guy. I found out he dropped out of college. He got into drugs and alcohol. His businesses went bankrupt. He lost everything. So I asked myself, what was I thinking comparing myself to this guy? And then I realized I was looking at the wrong things. I was looking at his car, his status, his money, his girls, and I compared myself to him based on all those material things. But what happens if he lost it all? I would be better off then, right? So it is dangerous to compare yourself to other people, especially if you don't know where they are in life right now. I want you to wake up to reality. Life is suffering, and if you are not willing to suffer, if you are not willing to work hard, if you are not willing to be far away from everyone you love, then you are not going anywhere in life. Because success is suffering. Success is hard work. If you think that you can have everything that you ever wanted in life without working hard, you are delusional. And if you think that you can achieve something great without going through some sort of pain, you are wrong. It's either you are going to hurt physically or mentally. There is no such thing as success without suffering. Some of you are like, oh, I want to be successful. I want to be rich. I want to be famous. Well, you know what it takes? It takes countless hours of work. It takes countless hours of grinding. It takes countless hours of putting everyone around you to shame. Think about it this way. Let's say you want to become a world-class chef, right? You need to practice every single day. For years and years and years, you need to practice cooking, right? What about being a musician? You need to practice playing your instrument every day. You need to practice singing, writing songs. What about being a boxer? A boxer practices fighting every single day. So in order for you to be the best, you need to practice constantly. There is no such thing as a genius who has never failed. If you think that you can be successful without failing, you are wrong. The only way you can succeed is if you fail first. The two are connected. If you want to be a winner, you need to learn how to lose. You need to learn how to accept defeat. In fact, you need to embrace it. Embrace your failures, your defeats, your losses, because that is where you learn the most. Winners learn from their mistakes. Losers blame their circumstances. Winners take responsibility. Losers make excuses. You know, when I was in high school, I felt bad for myself because I wasn't popular. I wasn't rich. I didn't have a lot of friends. And then I started reading books. I started improving my mindset. And then I started hanging out with different kinds of people. And I became more confident, more successful. And one day I remember walking past that same hallway where I used to see all those popular kids. And I saw one of them there. He was smoking a cigarette and I stopped and looked at him and I said, wow, this guy sucks. And that is when I realized that these guys aren't better than me. These guys aren't better than you. They're just living their life and we are living ours. And although their life seemed better to us back then, we are actually doing much better than them today. So this is a motivational video for those of you who are feeling down. This is for those of you who are feeling like a failure. This is for those of you who have been kicked around your whole lives. This is for those of you who have been looked down upon. This is for those of you who have no one to turn to. Listen, if you are watching this video, it means that you have access to the internet. It means that you have a device to watch videos. It means that you can read. It means that you can learn. So the fact that you are poor, you have no money, that is your advantage. That is your superpower, because that is what will force you to work harder than everyone else. That is what will force you to do something with your life. It is the perfect motivation for you to improve yourself. And if you understand that, you can get ahead of 99% of people. Because most people complain about their situation in life, but they never do anything about it. They just sit there and whine. They just sit there and cry. They just sit there and feel sorry for themselves. Well, guess what? That's not going to get you anywhere in life. The only thing that will get you somewhere in life is action. You know, I always talk about taking massive action. Some of you might not believe in that. Some of you might think that that is all luck. Well, let me tell you something. Luck is for losers. Winners make their own luck. The reason why I don't believe in luck is because it puts the power in other people's hands. It puts the power in some higher being's hands. It puts the power in fate. No, we control our own destiny. We create our own luck. We make our own opportunities. Okay? Stop waiting for things to happen. Start making things happen. Start taking massive action. And by the way, massive action does not mean doing a bunch of useless activities. It means taking meaningful actions that will move you closer to your goals. We have already made 3 videos in this series. You can check them out by clicking here and here. We have a lot more coming soon. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Now, here's your bonus. Failure is your superpower. If you use it correctly, you can accomplish things that you have never thought possible. You can become someone that you have never imagined before. Listen, when you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this mistake? Then go out there and try again. And next time you fail, ask yourself the same question again. Do this over and over again, and you will eventually win. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the comments and shares. You guys are the best. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos.